afternoon. I'm meteorologist George Waldenberger. It is a KOMO Weather Warn day. We just finished with the 11 a.m. news, and my photographer James and I, we're out here on the KOMO Weather deck. It looks like a beautiful afternoon in Seattle. And Jim, if you want to take the camera, you can take a look at the Space Needle. It looks like a great day. The clouds have broken, and we're warming up. Now the thing is, we'll warm to near record temperatures again today, and this is actually going to give us a little bit of a problem because the warmer we get, that will lead to more instability in the afternoon, and we're talking about a significant risk of strong thunderstorms fueled by that heat for this evening. So I want to take you inside and show you exactly what we're talking about with this evening thunderstorm round. We had great, nice warm weather yesterday. We had record heat. I'm going to invite you inside the KOMO Weather Center. This is where we work most of the day. Hopefully the light shifts accordingly. And these are the graphics that I build when I do my forecasts. So for today, we're waiting. Most of the afternoon is dry. There have been a few spotty showers, but 6 to 11 o'clock, that's when we have the highest chance of strong thunderstorms rolling through Seattle. From south to north, the main threats, lightning, that should be widespread as a line of thunderstorms rolls through in this time frame. Large hail, ping pong ball sized hail, that would be isolated if it does get that big. But if you are the neighborhood that does see some of that larger hail, maybe quarter size, nickel size, that could do a little damage to your car. So you definitely want to park your car inside if possible when you get home from work, all the way through around bedtime. We'll also have the risk of some damaging winds, and you've probably heard this maybe online or at least from our newscast. There is a risk for an isolated tornado. I'll go over that in a second, but the main threats: lightning, large hail, pockets of damaging wind, 40, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind perhaps. That could cause tree limbs to come down, some power outages, maybe some minor damage to your home. Watching a heavy rain threat, but I think heavy rains will be brief. That should limit our flood risk, but we will get rain in the mountains today. So we'll have runoff and melting snow that will at least add a little bit of water to those running streams. We've already had a little rain and some rainbows actually popping up around Seattle. Normally you associate rainbows with the rain being over, but we just get a break as the sun comes out and we warm up. Latest timeline, the storm's developing 4 to 6 p.m. south of Seattle, so Chehalis Valley over toward Grays Harbor and Pacific County. 6 to 10 o'clock, they're moving south to north, likely a broken line of thunderstorms. That is, usually a line of thunderstorms has the potential for wind damage, so we'll watch that in that time frame, 6 to 10 p.m., and then closer to midnight, closer to the Canadian border. Olympia, the airport, has already had rain. We'll have more. Snoqualmie Pass, taking you up to Hurricane Ridge, and the mountains around Mount Rainier, or at least the foothills, I should say. This is Jackson Visitor Center. All of these locations in the mountains, a chance for rain, lightning, and thunder. Now, the rain that we've been seeing so far has generally been just that. Showers redeveloping early afternoon from Tahuya toward Olympia. We've had a few lightning strikes, but this is mainly just areas of rain. One other little batch is shifting north of Bellingham, and then farther south we'll have more thunderstorms develop in Oregon. Oh, look, a brand new lightning strike. So a few rogue lightning strikes this afternoon, but we'll be watching for these thunderstorms to develop around Oregon and then shift in for the evening ahead of our main storm system. We have the warm air being pumped up ahead of that. We have a cold front that could work to trigger some of these thunderstorms around Oregon this afternoon as it moves in, and a little low pressure area just adding a little torque to the atmosphere that could cause some of these thunderstorms to rotate or become supercell thunderstorms in this zone here this evening. So I told you I'd talk about the isolated tornado risk. We do have a risk of isolated tornadoes in western Washington this evening. Again, it's mainly going to be the end of the afternoon into the evening, and Olympia, Tacoma, all the way up to Seattle and Everett, that's where we have about a 2 to 5% chance within 25 miles of a certain point of a tornado actually developing. It doesn't sound high, but it's substantial for western Washington. But the highest chance is going to be here, parts of Thurston and Pierce County, Spanaway, Yelm, Graham, Eatonville, Mossy Rock. That's the highest chance of any tornado or tornado warnings late afternoon, early evening. So again, now we're just waiting. Notice by 6 and 7 o'clock, that's when we're starting to see the storms develop in Seattle. Hour by hour, you can see this is our broken line beginning to develop. And within this, there will be isolated strong storm cells. That's what we're going to have to watch for. Then heading toward 8 o'clock, the storm's pushing into Seattle. If we get a break in the line, there could be a delay in the arrival time of these storms in your location. But by 10 o'clock, Mount Vernon, San Juan Islands, and another push of thunderstorms around bedtime over Seattle and the Kitsap Peninsula. Notice by around 11, 12 o'clock, the storms are mainly pushing over the Canadian border and exiting. So after this, then we're going to have basically rain to sleep through. So 11 p.m. to midnight, that's when the storm threat diminishes. Then we're talking about mainly rain, which is good news because people have to go to bed without having to worry about strong storms. And then by tomorrow, it's cooler. We just have off and on showers that will linger through the really next couple of days. So Mariners home opener tomorrow, off and on showers and breezy. It's cool on Friday. We get our cool Seattle weather back, and then I'm hoping that we can dry back out for this weekend. So what I want you to do is a couple things. Download the KOMO Weather app. You can get weather alerts this evening when those storms develop, if any are issued for your neighborhood. Just make sure notifications are enabled. And then also, starting at 3:30 p.m. through 7 p.m., I want you to watch KOMO News with Chief Meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell. She will be updating and tracking where the first storms are forming, and then she'll track where they're headed so you can stay on top of them in real time. And then after 7 o'clock, we'll go into primetime programming. At this point, you can subscribe to KOMO's new YouTube channel, and we'll have live updates on our YouTube channel so you can watch TV, and then on your computer you can stay ahead of the storms. But when they do hit you, I want you to stay away from the windows, stay safe, we'll keep you ahead of things, we'll keep you advised. Meanwhile, thunderstorms this evening in western Washington, we'll keep you ahead of those storms, and then we'll also guide you into the weekend. All right, stay safe.